like, as you guys noticed the gap, well, some of you might notice, the gap between 148 and 149 was months. Because I forgot we even recorded 149. So, like, even on our board.
How'd you forget? I remember we recorded one more, and it's like, wait, we never uploaded that?
I thought that did get uploaded personally.
Yeah. Well,
Me too.
I forgot that it existed. Because on our board, we wrote 149 as, like, the return.
Yeah.
And when I came down here, when we were putting the set together, we got a new set, by the way, guys. We'll talk about that in 1 second.
Look how good we look.
Well, it's the same set, but we rearranged it and got new props.
That's it, called a new set.
We made new set.
It's in the same location.
We did some remodeling.
It's the same studio.
Studio basement.
Anyway, so going back, when we were putting the set together and we were we had everything set up and we were testing mics on our audio program, I typed in episode 149 to create a new project file, but it was already created, and I'm like, wait, why? When did we
had
do
a
this?
149.
Yeah, we had a 149. It was the last episode we recorded was in the studio, and that is up, so you guys can go listen to that now. But anyway,
did I make a thumbnail for that?
You did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So yes, we are back. The gap between 149 and 150 is 1 week. Like it will be from here on out, so yay.
But in all reality, how many months has it been since we actually recorded that episode?
I think we did it back in March or April. I think it was April, because I talked about being sad boy, and April was when I was sad boy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and it's July.
Oh, that's hilarious to me. Oh, I'm not going to say anything for your privacy, but that's hilarious to me.
Thanks.
Just that whole situation, by the way, just super funny to me. I won't lie, but I definitely got a good laugh out of that.
I'm glad, because my sadness was not warranted. Yeah. Anyway, we got a new set. Cole made a new logo, which you also see on the channel.
Hopefully you can see it like. Oh, yeah, I need to do all that stuff, too. Hopefully you can see it on the camera very, okay. The light is very weird. We couldn't get it to be perfect, but it is what it is. I'm not entirely sure. We're not professionals.
I think one thing you could try, I guess, is just making the outline of the word
just a little bit bigger.
Darker.
And I think that would help a little bit, too. But the main problem is just the camera isn't built to record this light.
Yeah, the dynamics of what the lights we've got going on, I think.
Well, not only just the TV light itself, but the LEDs that we have behind as well. They don't pick up very well either on the camera, and I'm not sure what that is.
Well, I guess what we could try is we could try one of my cameras. I don't know if it would do any better. The problem is the camera that we need is probably like $10,000 to get.
Oh yeah, for
get
sure.
What we want, and I honestly would actually like 2 or 3 of those, probably 3, for our future podcast setup.
Yeah, I'd love a main camera, then a camera over here, and one camera right there. That would be ideal.
Yeah, but. Sadly,
honestly, ideal though. I'd change a lot more than just that.
Totally,
to be honest.
Totally. Well, even just thinking about. By the way, hopefully by the time this episode goes up, you guys can go watch the behind the scenes of us putting this set together. But even when we were putting it together, like Cole and I and Thane was helping for a little bit too. We would put stuff in spots and we're like, wow, this doesn't look good, and we probably spent 2 days rearranging until we finally got to how we wanted it. And honestly, I think it looks really good for what we were able to get within our budget. Although our tables, do we talk about our little end tables? Can you even see that one on the?
Kinda, not really. Do you think they can hear the beeping from the?
Who's the idiot who's doing laundry?
Me. I haven't been home for a week.
Yeah, so we got these little end table things. You can see this one, obviously. It's where I put my water right here. There's one on the left side of Thane as well. They're garbage. They're so bad. They look okay, but they're not great. Like, these, legs, I guess legs, if you'd call them that. They're made out of plastic.
They're not metal.
They're not metal, and I wish they were metal. I don't know how much I would actually affect it, because, obviously, I knew that the plywood stuff wouldn't be very strong, but I was really hoping that these are actually going to be sturdy, though. They're not very sturdy at all. We put a bunch of weights on the bottom of this one that you can't see on the camera. Thanks, Zay, for leaving some weights so we could put them.
Those are actually mine.
Oh, they're yours. Okay.
I just let them use my dumbbells.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, so there's some weights in the bottom of this. If you look at it, I can wiggle both Thane and mine's mic, but like they're still pretty. They're not going too much though. So that's what we got.
Yeah, and I think the problem, other than the end tables just suck, these mic stands are really tough.
Oh, they're tough. Yeah.
Very tight. So like it takes a lot of force to adjust them, and you may or may not even see it on camera because hopefully we'll have our stuff situated before we start recording. But as you adjust the mic, you can literally pull the table one way or the other.
Yeah. So like here, I'll just give you a demonstration for all you video watchers.
Oopsies. And yeah, it's totally wiggling things.
Yeah, it wiggles Thanes. It moves the whole table. But like I said, like Sky said, they're very sturdy like mics. Like I imagine over time they're gonna be a lot less.
They'll get looser.
They'll be loosened. So that will make it a little bit better. Yeah.
They'll get all lubed up.
Maybe honestly, that could potentially do something.
Get
like
some WD.
Yeah, throw some WD in there. Good idea.
Or maybe your man sweat would just.
What's the? You know, I don't know if man
I got
sweat's
some
going to be a good
cheese
lubricant.
right here. Just
Yikes.
Water's not a very good lubricant. It's a good coolant.